Hello, my name is Dan McDonald. I'm the Life Regenerator here on YouTube. I'm going to be teaching you how to make some cantaloupe milk in the blender. But before I do, I wanted to let you know that my new DVD, Blending Mastery, is now available. And it's a good idea to go down below, find the Insiders Club link, and sign up for that now. I'm going to be sending a couple more links to the Insiders Club where you can get Blending Mastery for over half price. Blending Mastery is a compilation of 40 recipes and lots of instruction on how to use a blender to consume more fresh fruits and vegetables, and you know that I think that is a good thing. The cantaloupe milk is actually on the DVD, but I wanted to share that with you today because it is fantastic and a lot of people don't know about this. Okay, so this is actually a hammy melon, and it's similar to a cantaloupe, a little sweeter, a little crisper, but the melons are in season regardless. So you can make honeydew milk, you can make watermelon milk, you can make hammy milk, Crenshaw milk, Santa Claus melon milk. Any melon will work for this. The most common melons are honeydew and cantaloupe. So that's why I use cantaloupes on the DVD. Again, this is a hammy melon, which is very similar to a cantaloupe. So most of you are going to be able to only get the cantaloupes. And it makes fantastic. It's like a cantaloupe smoothie, but it's so creamy and delicious that it's got a milky, rich feeling. So I just like to call it cantaloupe milk to keep things interesting. I've got half of it already prepared here, but I wanted to just, in case you need to know, this is pretty basic, so I don't mean to insult your intelligence, but there might be a couple of tricks here I can show you to make things a little easier. You just clean out the seeds, of course, and then cut your melon pieces here. And there's a couple of different ways you can do this. The most common way is if you have a really good knife and a decent amount of skill, you can do this very safely and just remove the peel that way. And then you just go and then you've got that. Now there's another way too that's pretty interesting. You can also go right down here like that, drop the knife into it, and then go along and cut them off in sections already like that. So that's a pretty decent way too. Pretty much the same thing, but just a little bit different, so whatever your flow is. I tend to go like this, so I'm pretty good at it. And make sure you get your skills down on that, because you don't want to lose too much. Most of the melons that you eat, you just want to peel them. If you can get an organic watermelon, those are nice to the skins are nice to juice, and you can even eat those too for extra fiber. But most of these other ones like cantaloupe, honeydew, you pretty much just want to get at the meat inside. So here's another little thing I want to share with you about blending, and that is when you go to blend, it's important that number one, you put your high water fruits and vegetables in the bottom. So for example, you wouldn't put your herbs in first and then your cucumbers on top of that. What you'd want to do, if you weren't using water, if you were just going to do, like let's say here's a delicious soup, take your notes on this. Cucumber, cilantro, dill, basil, you can throw some celery in there, and then you can blend all that. And you can keep the water out of it completely. A little lemon in there would be good too. And that's a nice soup, and you blend that, and there's a couple of blended soups on the Blending Mastery DVD as well. It also has tons of smoothies, nut milks, dressings, sauces, so you'll have a lot of recipes at your disposal when you get your hands on Blending Mastery. So make sure that when you do your soup, like that soup we're talking about, that the cucumbers go in at the bottom and the celery. That way it'll get some moisture going in the bottom, and then it'll pull the herbs down in. If you just put the herbs in first, you're going to have to use the tamper and push it down, and it's going to take a little more work. So always remember to put your high water stuff in the blender first, and that's pretty much the method for all different types of smoothies and soups, okay? And then what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to make sure that I cut these nice and small. Instead of having like larger chunks like this, which will make it a little bit harder for me to blend, as long as I get some of the smaller chunks in the bottom first, that'll pull everything down. So it's just a good thing to know that when you start off making these smoothies, just to put your high water stuff in the bottom and cut the first couple inches worth a little bit smaller than you would cut the rest. See how small I'll make this here? And I'll throw that in the bottom, and then the blades will catch, and then it'll just pull all the rest of these larger chunks down into it. So that's just a good thing to know. This is cantaloupe milk. It's sort of like a juice, because even when I'm on a juice feast or a juice fast, I still consider the melon milks a juice, because you could juice this, but you would just lose too much of the juice. A lot of it goes into the hopper. So I even consider, and this is one of the few exceptions I make, like when I'm on a juice fast, I really don't do any other kinds of smoothies. It's okay to go on a liquid diet where you are having juices and smoothies and blended soups, just to lighten up. It depends on your level of detoxification and your sophistication. But I still consider the melon milks actually a part of a juice diet. Just to let you know, that's my own thing. But I wouldn't really make like a banana, romaine, date, spinach smoothie and include that on my juice fasting. I enjoy the discipline of juice fasting quite a bit. The blending is more for dressings and smoothies. And let me tell you my opinion on the matter here about the blending versus the juicing. The juicing is more therapeutic and helps to heal and cleanse and flush and energize the system much more rapidly, but it is more, it does cost more money, so it is a bit more expensive. The blending, on the other hand, you use anywhere from 1/3 to 1/2 of the amount of fruits and vegetables that you would use in the juicing. So juicing is more expensive and therapeutic, and blending is a little bit more economical and easy. And a lot of kids will drink green smoothies when they might not drink green juices. So sometimes people are like, blending or juicing? And I'm like, well, both, silly. So learn to master the art of both by getting the Blending Mastery DVD, and then get tons more knowledge, tons of inspiration. My best DVD ever, 3-disc set, tons of recipes, tons of instruction, and lots of tips so that you can really educate yourself on the use of a blender. When I'm not on a strict juice diet, I use my blender and my juicer every day, because I use the blender to make the best dressings ever. And there are several great dressings, some of them low fat, some of them high fat, on the Blending Mastery DVD. And that's probably the biggest contribution. I mean, smoothies are pretty easy and you can get a good feel for that, although there are about 20 awesome, unique smoothies on the DVD of Blending Mastery. But I think that it's the dressings. It's the dressings that help people, because those dressings that are in the store on the shelves, in my opinion, those are toxic. They've got flavor enhancers, conditioners, preservatives, additives, dairy products, and it's like you can see when you're done with the salad the next day, you look at your tongue and you know your whole GI tract is just coated with slime. When you make dressings out of fresh fruits and vegetables that are delicious, a little bit of sea salt, some herbs, oranges, red peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, whatever, you blend those up, you make a delicious dressing. You can drown your salad. You can't do that with that chemical processed dressings. So you want to keep those out of your diet, out of your house. Go get Blending Mastery right now, and then go to your fridge, and as soon as the Blending Mastery gets there, go to your fridge and throw out all the dressings, unless your family eats them, but still, you might want to be saving them a favor too. Don't do anything that's going to get you in trouble with your family, but if it's just you and you're a young person and you've got those dressings and all those condiments and stuff, go through there and toss some of it in the trash and just clean up your environment, clean up your life, because I'll tell you right now, a clean diet, man, it can do miracles. The raw food thing, you know, it's a miracle. I've been doing it for 13 years. I keep learning more and more, and it just keeps getting better and better. The power and the potential of a clean, high energy, high mineral, high water, easily digestible diet consisting of fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds as the predominant part of the diet, it can work miracles for your weight loss, disease conditions, emotional states, mental states. Your mind is affected by the food that you eat. Then your heart is affected by your state of consciousness, which the food gets into your blood, it goes into your mind, and that affects your life. And I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible to improve the quality of their life with the food that they eat. Then they can have the strength and the awareness to begin to work on those other deeper areas in their life. So when you go on the raw foods and you start cleaning up your diet, you're going to have to realize that there's going to be some challenges that are going to arise. There's going to be some things that you may not have been paying attention to or focused on. Okay, and so that is part of the cleansing and the healing process. Okay, so we cleanse our body and we amplify our awareness through that sensitivity, that we're not all bogged down with cheeseburgers and heavy food and emotional eating. And we begin to feel our feelings and we begin to peel away those layers that are keeping us stuck and keeping us blocked. And that's the beauty of the raw foods. And that's why I just want to help you in any way that I can to be encouraging. And I try to be as convincing as I can and have a little science, a little knowledge, a lot of inspiration, and of course educational materials so that you can empower yourself. And you can love yourself enough to put these teachings into practice, into your day-to-day life, so that you can begin this fun, exciting, and yet sometimes challenging adventure. I'll get into that a little bit more later. I wanted to keep this as short as possible, but be brave, be courageous, eat as clean as you can, and just keep making little baby strides along the way. And never lose faith in yourself that you're here to improve, and you're here to evolve, and you're here to get to that treasure that lies within you below all of the debris that we've accumulated through conditioning by our family and our society, okay? So I'm here to be your support team, and I really appreciate you for spending time with me today. It really means a lot. So let's make some cantaloupe milk after 13 minutes of wrapping. But that was some good stuff, wasn't it? So even, there we go, there it is, there it is, there it is. Come on, baby. See how that art? It's blending master right here. DTM. Go get on the Insiders Club and save over half off for 1 week. It's only on sale for the Insiders Club at half off, over half off actually, for 1 week. And that starts today at the time of this video. So if you're thinking about learning more about the art, skill, science of blending, then make sure you're signed up for the Insiders Club and that you're keeping your eyes peeled on your email. And then as soon as you get that email, pick up this DVD because you are going to want it. It is definitely one of the best information products that I have produced. This is cantaloupe milk. I've got to grab a little piece of mint. I wouldn't leave you hanging on that. And I'm not going to leave Sophia hanging on that. You've got to have a little piece of mint for your cantaloupe milk. It just adds to it. And again, any melon will work. Honeydew milk is fantastic, over the top, out of this world. There's a lot of other melons, and it's melon season, so let me encourage you. Grapes are in season. Cherries are in season. Melons are in season. This is the time to commit to cleansing out your body. It's warm. The sun is coming out. It's time to get active. The days are long. The fruits and vegetables are fresh. They are organic. They're ripe. This is the time of the year to flush and cleanse your body. So try to eat as light as you can. you know, and get cleaned up, because you're worth it. And then when those feelings and those challenges arise, as you become more aware and you're using food less and less to suppress your feelings and whatnot, and you're really feeling your feelings through all this so you can detoxify, you know, and then you can really become the person that you know that you are inside, okay? Have some cantaloupe milk. Thank you so much. I appreciate you more than I could ever say in words, even though I'm a great orator. But words do not express the appreciation that I have for you and spending your time with me here today. So thank you so much. Enjoy your raw foods. Dan McDonald, Life Generators, out of here. Peace be with you. And bye for now.